I'm your host, B, and this is the Healer's Honey podcast. So, this is a project I've been wanting to start for a very long time, like maybe years, but it's always been very in the background. Last year, I started getting a little bit more serious with trying to plan it and what it might look like, and I had a couple demos that I didn't really love, honestly. I just don't have experience doing podcasts. I'm used to doing like vlogs and making music videos that are like early 2000s, low technology, slopped together, like, just kind of cheesy little retro, if you want to go there, projects. So this whole podcasting thing is very new to me. And while I'm really excited about it, I'm also very intimidated by the whole thing. It's spooky. It's just a whole new world for me. So bear with me. This is the first episode, and I hope so much that this becomes something really dope. But, I'm a beginner. So yeah, let's see how this goes. So for the first episode, I just kind of wanted to give some background as to who I am, what Healer's Honey is, and my overall goals of this project, my hopes and my dreams, all of that stuff. So I'm B. I am a 97 kid. So approaching my 30s, but not quite there yet. I still have a little time. I'm actually really excited about my 30s. I feel like my life up until this point has been really chaotic. And so things are finally starting to fall into the right places, but I'm just really excited for my 30s because I think everything will be more smooth and solid, and I'm just really looking forward to that. Born and raised in the same little hometown, a small town kid, kind of between, I don't know, you could say I'm like a valley kid. I live in a little farm town, kind of near the Bay Area, kind of not. It's a weird place to be in, but it's been really neat because it's given me a lot of opportunities to experience diversity and travel to a lot of different places. I'm, like a 2-hour drive to the beach and a 2-hour drive to the mountains. So I'm kind of in the middle of everything, which has been really cool in my lifetime to just experience a lot of different environments. So I'm really appreciative and thankful for where I've grown up, although I do hope I get to leave someday. I dealt with a lot of mental health issues and even physical health issues. I was underweight for a long time. I had extremely horrible anxiety, depression, PTSD. I'm still working on a lot of those things. Only in the last couple months have I really been more solid, both mentally and physically, like really. It was like regular meltdowns, really deep, debilitating depression, eating issues, health issues that stemmed from all of these other things. And last year I had a lot of really big changes. I moved out of my family's house. My grandmother passed away, which has been really difficult. But there was also part of that was a little bit freeing because she was a bit of an enabler, and it allowed me to sit in my shit for far too long. So as much as I miss her dearly, there are parts of me that know that her passing was releasing me to be able to do bigger and better things and step up and be strong and take accountability and just experience new things as an adult for really the first time in my life. I'm in my second semester of community college, and I never even graduated high school, so that for me is a really big thing. I've been trying to do the adult ed kind of high school diploma program for a while, and I just was not feeling it. But college is like a whole different thing, and I love it, actually. I'm going for business management because I like independence. I don't want to work for somebody else. I want to be my own boss, and I want to help teach other people to be their own boss. I just think financial independence and work independence is very freeing and liberating, and I feel like everybody who wants that deserves a chance to try that and have that for themselves. So part of that degree also is to further this healer's honey business that I'm doing, which right now I'm doing delivery driving for a company in which we will not name because they're a very large corporation and I don't want to get in any trouble here. But I'm delivery driving. I drive like 20-foot box trucks all throughout the North Bay, East Bay, Valley areas in California. It's an amazing job in the sense of I get to travel all day and just lift a few heavy things. And I love road tripping. That's like one of my favorite things ever. So this job has been amazing for that. And as somebody who grew up not having a lot of money and working part-time for very low wages most of the time when I was able to work, which was kind of rare, the job pays good. I enjoy the work itself. However, the management and certain aspects I'm not loving right now. So I'm kind of in this weird funk with work. But that's, again, why I want to further this whole Healer's Honey project. I have had the name and the kind of basic idea of what I wanted it to be for a long time. I've had the Instagram for like years. I was posting a lot more. I was doing some stuff on TikTok and just kind of making like awareness videos, mental health awareness, herbalism stuff. I was living off grid for a while, so I was making some videos about that, which was pretty cool, but just not as fulfilling or kind of professional as I wanted it to be. But I kept the Instagram. Haven't really posted much on it, but I kept it, and I've always had the name and the ideas in mind, and this is something I've been wanting to pursue for so long. And my ultimate goal is to be kind of a life coach, energy healer type thing. That's really where my heart is. I also really enjoy herbalism, so like my ultimate long-term dream is to have just a couple acres, tiny home, off-grid, growing my own food, growing my own herbs, creating products with those things that I'm growing and cultivating at home, selling some of them, and also teaching people, like bringing people in for classes, doing spiritual retreats, doing herbalism classes, and all types of things like that. That's really like the ultimate goal. And I feel like those goals are very achievable. I feel like those are things I can definitely do and I'm capable of. It's just going to take some time to grow it all. This tea is amazing. It is lots of hibiscus with chai and lavender, tulsi. There's this wildfire smoke blend that one of my friends sent me from one of the Nevada City area herbal shops. And it's for cleansing your lungs after like the wildfire smoke that's in the air. So there's like mullein and different things like that in there. And it is so delicious. And it's been amazing because I actually quit smoking cannabis and tobacco last year. I had a little bit of a lapse around Christmas. I was smoking a little bit again, and it was just too much for me. So back on trying to cleanse all that. I'm sober for the first time in my life. Not in my life, but in my adult life. I started smoking on a regular basis when I was probably 15 or 16. And I'd always had a lot of mental health issues, but I feel like that really made my mental health worse. And I don't want to be like, oh, it's bad for you, don't do it. Like, I'm definitely not one of those people. It was bad for me over the long term. In the beginning, it helped with my insomnia, it helped with my stomach issues, it helped with my anxiety, but then I became really dependent on it. And once I decided to quit, there's actually some crazy stuff that happened. That's a whole different story, though. I kind of had to quit for my own physical health and even mental health. It was really bad. But I literally couldn't smoke anymore. My body was rejecting it. And once I took like 5 solid months off, I felt this newfound clarity, was able to get a job, was able to be more confident. I could order for myself at restaurants and I could go to the grocery store by myself and I could just do different things that I hadn't really been able to do before. So I was just able to do so much more. So I advocate for, if you've been dependent on a substance for a long time and you have physical or mental health issues, take a couple months off, see how you feel. And if you think that, using cannabis or what have you is better for you and makes you function better, or it helps to medicate and solve a problem that you have, everybody is different. Some people can handle it, some people benefit from it, and other people don't. I'm one of the people I learned that don't, and that's part of my path, and that's fine. I do miss it. I'm not going to lie. I was totally stoner cultured out, pot leaf clothing, little skirts, bong collection, the works, blunt roller all day, shout out to backwoods and Fronto leaves. But like, it got to a certain point, I just couldn't do that anymore. And I am very happy with the way that I feel and the way that my life is turning out because I left those things in the past. So I've been through a lot of things, and just in the last 6 to 8 months, there have been an incredible amount of changes in my life that have brought me to this moment. And I just keep coming back to the things that I want and I desire and think like, okay, how do I get that? And I think I've been putting this project off, the Healer's Honey project. I've been putting it off for way too long. And so I think now is the time for me to just dive in and go for it. Like I said, I'm not experienced. My tech equipment I'm recording on my phone. I got this microphone as a gift a long time ago. It's not the best, but it works really well. I like it. My editing skills are not amazing, and I use free platforms because I can't afford anything, but I'm starting. And part of the reason I wanted to start like this was because I want people to see my growth, and I want to be authentic, and I want to encourage people that even if you don't think you're capable of starting or doing something, you are. And you can do whatever you want with what you have, and you can always grow and build and make it better later on. One of my big things I want to invest in is tech equipment. And a while back when COVID happened, I got all this money from going on unemployment, and it was just a whole thing. So I invested in a really nice laptop. I got myself some other tech stuff, and I always said, oh, it's a business investment, but I haven't really done much with it. The laptop has come in beautiful use for my photography and my photo editing. I use it a lot for that, and school. Those are the 2 primary things I seem to use it for. I've done some video editing projects with it, but this is going to be a whole new beast, and I'm really excited to finally put the things that I got to good use, and I'm just excited to make new moves and get into what I want to get into. I'm hoping eventually to take like herbalism courses and maybe get my yoga teacher training, and I don't even know. Like there's so many things I just want to do. There's so many things, but helping and healing humans and our planet are like where everything comes back to. I love the earth. I love nature. I love plants. I love water so much. And I think that connecting to those elements are just so, so important. And a lot of us have lost touch, and we're in this, modern day race. There's so much technology. We're all just kind of out of touch with our roots and our own personal power and connection. And a lot of us feel very alone, and we're all struggling, and it's awful. So my big goal is to just bring more connectivity to each other, to the earth, to ourselves. I think connectivity and self-power are just really, really important things that every individual needs right now. The world is a crazy place. It goes up and it goes down. We're just living in a time of, I think, a lot of confusion and disconnect. And I've always felt called to open people's eyes and kind of awaken people to themselves. And there's just so much. There's so much. So, Healer's Honey podcast, we will probably talk about a lot of really deep things. I hope to have a lot of fun, maybe have some guests later on, which I already have several people in mind. Probably have no idea that I'm even thinking this, but I've got some people that I would love to have on my podcast that I just think are absolutely amazing and have done really great things and are doing really great things and are so inspiring to me. So I'm really excited to share some of my favorite people with you. And oh man, this first episode, it's kind of basic, I know, but I just really needed an outlet. I've had so much adversity in my life, and I needed an outlet and a way to connect with like-minded people. And one of the things too about me, I used to share a lot of my music, particularly. I'm a singer, songwriter, musician, what have you. And I used to write a lot of music and share a lot of music on YouTube. But anyway, there's a lot of myself I used to share that was vulnerable. And I would get a lot of responses, whether it be comments or private messages saying like, hey, that made me cry. I really felt that. I resonated with that. I needed that, what have you. And those... even still to this day, it's those messages, receiving that kind of confirms for me the path that I should be on and the things that I should be doing. Whether it's with music, podcasting, one-on-one healing sessions, whatever it is that I'm doing, there are just little signs that tell me this is the direction I need to be going in. And so I'm finally in a place in my life where I think that I can pursue it and not struggle so much and not have it just be this background thing. I really want to make this a big priority in my life because I think that it could be a really good thing for me and for a lot of people. I'm really excited to be here. Like, I'm so excited. We're doing it, you guys. We're doing the things. Ah. And Gizmo sleeps, but I mean, he would be excited if he understood what was happening, I'm sure. He's so old, my little old man baby. Well, I hope I've explained enough about Healer's Honey podcast and what it might become, as well as myself and a little bit of my story and what have you. If you are interested in keeping up, like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is that people do on whatever platform you're watching or listening to this on. Hoping to get it multiple places, but like I said, this is brand freaking new to me. I don't know what's going on. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very excited for the future. I know I keep saying that I'm excited, but I really, really am. I'm excited. And I encourage you, if you're watching this, and especially if you're somebody who always puts themselves in the background, you follow orders because you're scared to get in trouble, or you put other people above yourself, or you put your own things that you love and enjoy in the background for whatever reason, take a small amount of time out of your week, out of your month, dedicate 4 hours, dedicate one day just to you, and do the things that fulfill you, that make you excited, that energize you, that make your inner child come out. For me, I used to make a lot of really silly YouTube videos and just edit horribly cheesy content with some of my friends. And that is some of the most fulfilling stuff that I've ever done in my whole life. That's such a calling. I love entertaining people. I love creating things. I am such a creative being. And so I feel like I've put it off for far too long. And I am absolutely thrilled to be coming back into these mediums of expression. And I highly, highly encourage you to go out there and do something that lights you the fuck up. Because life is short. We don't know how much time we're going to have. And as much as we love other people, as much as we want to do the right thing, whatever that may be, sometimes we just need to take a few minutes, a few hours, a day, whatever it be, and feed ourselves, water ourselves. Because we need to grow so that we can help those around us grow. You know? You can't water others with an empty cup. So take care of you. Make time for you. And I mean, that doesn't mean like isolating yourself either. Maybe you really like group activities. So get some friends together. Go meet some strangers who already do that stuff and just go indulge in the things that you love. I need to work on getting out more and not being such a recluse. But I am at least starting by taking time, even though I'm very insecure about what the outcome is going to be. I'm doing it. So I encourage you to, just go out there and do whatever it is that lights you up, makes you feel alive, gives you purpose. Even if it's simple and it seems meaningless and whatever, just go do the thing and have fun. All right. Thank you so much for listening to the Healer's Honey podcast. Thank you for sticking with me through this potentially semi-awkward, rambly, nonsensical thing that I have created. I guess we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the Healer's Honey podcast and project. Please like and subscribe or follow to stay up to date with future content. I'm your host, B, and I'll see you next time.